It's still a great dark night out there. But why? I am returning as the Dark Knight Returns. Because it is BVS. And we are going to fight crime and punching crime in the face. Why do you ask me on this? Oh, come on, you guys know this because this is Arkham Twin Days! Hi there, viewers. I am Leo Wolverine, your game commentator and founding member of Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, as I'm going to continue my story topic in progress about BVS, also known as Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. And the movie is Dark, directed by Zack Snyder. Yep, so we're in the DC Cinematic Universe, as I told you, yes. And so, what? And so, okay, so now I remember about there's something wrong with the microphone and all that, and so, yes. And he says, we're wanted criminals or some sort, and yeah. And so, and you have, of course, he wants to find the Portuguese, of some sort. I wonder, is it a person or an object or a place? We don't know, so Bruce Wayne will have to go to some kind of fight club and hire a fighter who does like UFC. And it's pretty amazing, even though Bruce Wayne is a fighter and knows martial arts and kung fu skills and does taekwondo and jiu-jitsu and ninjutsu and Thai kickboxing and all that because he's Batman. And yes, and you see how Batman has to use using a bat voice. I mean, a computerized modified bat voice, because it sounds so freaky and scary and terrifying when you hear it. It's like, wow, that is scary. Okay, Ben Affleck uses a bat voice. I mean, Troy Baker, when he plays Batman and Batman from Batman the Telltales, uses a modified bat voice on computer, and it's freaky and frightening. So it's kind of like almost Zuranar. It's kind of trying to sound like Zuranar Batman, but it's kind of frightening or terrifying probably. So yay, we got the bat voice, which works, but however, the bat voice without the modification on computer is not Christian Bale. So, yeah.
Let me try. Look out! It's Bruce Wayne.
So we got ourselves, and you know how this, oh my goodness, and you okay, so now that Bruce Wayne was going on the fight club, and then this guy from Russia, he tosses a card by saying, I forfeit, here you go. And then he goes to the bar and have a drink, and then Bruce Wayne tries to want to find out where the Portuguese is, and he wants to know, and then Bruce Wayne speaks in Russian. Of course, remember, he wants to learn as much information as possible by understanding all the languages. Of course, he's kind of like the Indiana Jones type of guy who wants to learn that many languages, and he does speak Russian. So that's Minitsa. I'm trying to speak Russian, okay? So don't blame on me if you guys think I got it wrong, because I'm just a trainee or a rookie. So I'm sorry if that happens. So forgive me.
So, if that doesn't work, I don't know what will. So here... Oh my goodness. So do you have any idea how would Bruce Wayne would try to react? No, he just react normally, just calmly, without showing no emotion of whatsoever. And now Batman, or should I say Bruce Wayne, is definitely going to, how do I say this? How is he going to get into, how is he going to find something called the Portuguese? So, and then you see and then shows the next clip about Lex Luthor, who wants to go into the division of the spaceship that crash landed in Metropolis. So, yeah. So, how in heaven's name are you going to do that? Okay, so... And Lex Luthor wants to have access to... And so he has access to gain into the ship where General Zod was there. I mean, I'm not saying he was there on the crash ship. Of course, I don't know why the part of the crash ship survived. I'm guessing another outpost ship, perhaps. But I'm guessing the outpost ship did survive, but did not survive at the same time. And then, so, he wants to gain access of the Kryptonian cells that was degenerating so fast, even though he's already now the dead. I mean, you know, General Zod, which is played by Michael Shannon. And he's a great actor. I mean, on that first movie of the Man of Steel. So yeah, Michael Shannon. First time I heard Michael Shannon does his own version of General Zod, and his own look as General Zod was great. The British actor Terence Stamp, who plays as General Zod, and not to mention Joel's, who is Clark's dad, biological father, which is Jor-El from the TV show series Smallville. And you know, he plays as Superman's dad, very much. Without and he does so well. So, and now how am I gonna explain this? So, what is going to happen to? Yeah, he's gonna perform. He's getting surgery, getting the fingerprints, and then you know, I mean, Junebug. I don't know why Lex call her Junebug. He says you can call me whatever you want, and she just says just take a bucket of, you know where people had to go wee all the time. So yeah, they had to go wee all the time, and then call it Granny's peach tea, and it is okay, I don't know why, but that was insanely, what is the word I'm looking for? Bad? I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess. And so, for that matter, oh wow, do you have any and okay, now I get it. Now I remember what exactly. So the thing is about she's gonna block Lex's access or something to do with something of not a biological weapon or some kind of weapon to scare some kind of monsters. And Lex says something about something that do you know why did angels fall out of heaven? I'm guessing he's kind of quoting something so biblical that he actually thinks this is absolutely interesting, and he finds it very, very exhilarating on this kind of situation, or this way. Of course, the actor who plays Lex Luthor is Jesse Eisenberg. So they got a young Lex Luthor instead of an older Lex Luthor. I'm guessing I don't know why they have that, but I'm gonna say that should work. I don't know, but it can happen to have a young actor who plays as Lex Luthor. So, oh my, and now that Bruce Wayne is gonna be invited into a party about going to the party of Lex's invitation, and so not to mention the Daily Planet sent Clark Kent to the invitation party by Lex Luthor. Also, the editor is Perry White. The editor of the Daily Planet is none other than the actor Lawrence Fishburne, who was once guest appearance from MASH. 4077 MASH, the TV series MASH. Yeah, that MASH TV show. What? And he's also from The Matrix. Okay, you've seen The Matrix from the late 1990s. I'm doing the Matrix thing just like Spider-Man would do the Matrix thing by dodging bullets. So yeah, that's Lawrence Fishburne. And he's also from the TV show comedy series Blackish on ABC, if you want to know. And
I thought Bruce Wayne had nothing better to do than waste his parents' inheritance.
and now and Lex Luthor giving out the speech, Bruce Wayne tried to infiltrate around to find where the location of the source of this weapon, that he could use it for himself instead of Lex Luthor as somewhat as a controlling agent, but he was going to get out the info. Of course, Clark Kent knows and sees and hears everything, including audio-based headphones and headsets and so on and so forth. He can hear them so well, a dog can do it too. Yeah, why a dog can hear high-pitched voices like high whistles? Because dogs are really sensitive to the high hearing, including Superman, who's not a dog but has great super hearing, super breath, super speed, and moves near the speed of light. And Bruce Wayne says, "I can't stay here, Alfred." And one of them was about, and one of the people who works for Lex Luthor was actually down the stairs, and he says, "Oh," and Bruce Wayne kind of had to make up an excuse and says, "I think I must have took a wrong turn. I had one too many. Sorry, you know where the bathroom is?" Like, yeah, man, I thought this was the bathroom of some sort. So, yeah. And now it seems that the info was complete and then it was downloaded, but someone already took it. And it's not Clark Kent. However, before Clark Kent was going to talk to Bruce Wayne, who was going to say Batman, he saw something on television. It was a girl who was in a fiery explosion building somewhere in Mexico. So he flies off, and so he has to hurry, tries to change clothes quickly, and flies off as Superman. And Bruce Wayne notices the device is gone and was not taken by this mystery woman, whose name is Diana Prince, and that is actually Wonder Woman, if you want to know. Yep, Wonder Woman, who's in the DC universe, DC cinematic universe, is being played by actress Gal Gadot. That sounds French to me, doesn't it? I don't, because people from France are really. Is she a French actress? I don't know. I mean, Gal Gadot has the silent T, I'm pretty sure. And I heard like the name of Lemieux or Bordeaux or Benoit, because, you know, with the silent letters, or Les Miserables, you know, the silent letter that's the end of the word. The end. You know, the end of the word. So now back to BVS. And you see how it goes more on from, yeah, now she has a device, and then, and now you're not going to believe what's going to happen next. So, so Bruce Wayne is going to have to come up with something to get that gadget thing back from this woman who took it. And so, but as you can see how Superman saves a girl from Mexico, and I see these people from the Day of the Dead from Mexico. I don't know what month it is. I'm guessing somewhere in October, because it happened during like 18 months later. And now you see Superman stopping a failed, ready to launch space shuttle, and it kind of blew up and saved the people, saved the astronauts inside the shuttle, get them out of a fiery explosion. And then there's Senator June, who is a senator from Kentucky. Yes, what's the actress name? Holly Hunter? Yeah, Holly Hunter, who voices Elastigirl from Disney's The Incredibles 1 and 2. Yeah, that's her if you want to know. Of course, you think I know this. I do. So what do you expect for me to not know about it? Simple. I've watched the whole movie. And so for that matter, what is going to... Yeah, you see Superman going to rescue the people who are trapped in the flood on top of a roof of the house, and put up this Superman logo, which I'm a fan of Superman, of course. Besides Batman, yeah, shots fired. There we go. The cannons are uproaring. So yeah, shots fired. Still uproaring. Now, if there ever was a Superman, yes. And then you see Bruce Wayne was going back to this burned mansion. Of course, he has a house nearby the lake, walking across the burned mansion. But he was actually having a dream, and then he notices gravestone of the graves, and then he sees that blood is dripping up on the grave, because I tell you, the PG-13 movie and the R-rated film of the uncut of Zack Snyder version is there. Both versions. Just the uncut version is R-rated, okay? But it's more extreme, because you hear this creepy music of, well, not the creepy music. That was the Man of Steel. It's almost like I'm watching the movie of The Haunting, which is a horror movie, and it's not or The House on Haunted Hill, or the house on the Haunting on Hill House, which is, I don't know what you call it. And and then he explains to Alfred about this man has sent us to a war zone. He says, and Alfred said, "This man is not our enemy." And look, and count the dead, Alfred. That evil, what do you say, son of a gun? Well, yeah, I'm gonna say that is just maybe there's like a 1% chance, and there's even a 1% chance he could be our enemy or whatsoever, and I'm not taking that kind of chance of whatsoever. So he's gonna come up with an contingency plan. So this is kind of like the Injustice games of 1 and 2 that are from the WB games. It absolutely works. But the movie has kind of like a Superman Doomsday feel at the end, but that's like way later. And so, now you're going to see what's going to happen next. And you know, so I'm guessing he's going to try to, okay, now he got, and now he's going to find a way to get this device back from this mystery woman whose name is Diana Prince. And so for that, he went to this museum, and he finds something impressive. Of course, he says something about some kind of an artifact or an antique that was real or fake. And now we are going to, and now he's got the gadget back, and now you're going to see Batman having another dream where he's going to fall asleep, and I'm like, wow, he has a supercomputer and it's absolutely super slow, and it doesn't go even that fast. So he went to sleep, and then he was absolutely dreaming that he see the entire planet feels like an apocalyptic world, because, and you see the symbol of dark side is what, because it might have showed a sign that says dark side was here, and Batman was kind of like wearing this kind of a suit with goggles. Feels like the Mad Max feel. And so he wants to get kryptonite to stop the Man of Steel first. But Superman does not team up with Doomsday. I'm sure he doesn't. But, however, maybe that was that one time of Justice League. And then he was being set up by these guys who work with Superman because they want to capture the Batman, because they're not taking chances by having Superman, by getting Superman comes in here and gets upset all of a sudden because he will not tolerate failure. So Batman does what he has to do. So he tries to defend himself and stop these people who work for Superman, even though he tried to shoot them with the guns, even though he has that no guns rule, no killing thing, and it proves about the DC comic universe of the Michael Keaton movie of Batman of 1989 and Batman Returns, and now the other movie of the actors of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. I believe it's going to count as it's a movie, but we'll not put it in the animated series, though. And now that Batman is captured, and even though he fought that many off and then does some neck breakers, and then Superman appears, and then he says, Superman said something about Lois was my world, and you took her from me. She's my world, and all that, you know. And then he goes right to where the heart is of the chest plate from Batman's suit, and you hear that loud yell, and then Bruce finally wakes up and he sees Barry Allen as the Flash using the Speed Force. Yes, Barry Allen is using the Speed Force, going to time travel. He says, you have to find us, Bruce. And he said, you have to find us! You were right about him! Fear him! And then he said, you have to find us all. And then he wakes up, he's like, was that a dream? He was thinking, like, was that all a dream? No, it was not a dream. But he realized that the uploading is now completely done. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being, believe you and me. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to remember as much info as possible, but the scenes are like a blur, but I still remember most of it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me what do you guys think of BVS, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Whether it's loved or hated by viewers, I don't know. Directed by Zack Snyder. And mash that like button or share this video if you guys like what do you know about the info of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. So for anyways, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always as your sensational special being who takes chances, makes mistakes, and get messy in Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. Oh, and by the way, I got Instagram. You can check it out anytime you want. So I'm on Instagram. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember, the Dark Knight is always watching you. See you guys next time for more of Arkham Twin Day.